Here I am. What do you need now?
You remember my cousin, the one who lives in the east, spends all night gazing at the stars? Well, he just sent a messenger to let me know that he and two of his friends are going to need a room. Get this. Because they believe that God is coming to Bethlehem. They think God is coming here. Isn't that the craziest thing you ever heard?
The innkeeper didn't think it was crazy at all. He was a devout Jew, and like all his religious friends, he had been waiting for just such an event.
It's possible. I mean, it's amazing to think about. It's what we prayed and hoped for. I mean, our greatest prophet Isaiah predicted just such an event.
Oh my. God could be coming here to Bethlehem. We gotta fix things up. I mean, look at this. Curtains. The curtains are dirty. The walls are dirty. The floor is dirt. We really gotta fix things up.
The innkeeper and his wife began to prepare. They painted and sewed and patched, and when they had finished, they renamed their inn God's Inn. Then the innkeeper's wife began to act rather strangely.
It's just, I think we should just leave it at that.
Yes.
No rooms at all. I'm sorry. But if you try the inn down the road, I'm sure they have plenty of room.
Why did you just turn her away? We have plenty of room, Polo. We have all the rooms are empty. Why'd you do that?
God could be coming any moment now, and we don't know when he's coming, so we must keep the place spotless. Plus, he might leave if he sees one of these filthy strangers looking about.
And so it went. Each traveler who came to God's Inn and asked for a room was turned away. The innkeeper's wife wouldn't let a single person check in, and she dusted and swept from daylight to dark. The innkeeper got so tired of arguing with his wife that he started hanging out in the stable with his animals. Then, one day, a decree went out from Caesar that all the world should be taxed. Each town returned to his own city to be registered. It wasn't long before Bethlehem was overrun with people, and they were all looking for a place to stay. Many stopped at God's Inn.
Do you have a... No rooms available, I'm sorry. Sorry, no rooms are available.
The innkeeper's wife turned away everyone who approached her for a room, and her inn stayed spotless as she waited for God to show up.
Wife, Eve, the town is packed. Surely we can let someone stay in our inn. I mean, they all look so tired.
Absolutely not. What if God was to come and see one of these peasants in our inn and then just leave because he thinks the place is filthy? We don't know when that God is coming, so we must keep the place spotless.
Please, look
But your rooms look empty. This is where God wants us to be. Isn't this called God in, right?
I'm sorry, but we're expecting someone very important, so we can't look at people like you clearing up the place. Now shoot!
I have a stable. I mean, if you would like to stay there.
The two strangers were grateful for the offer. They followed the innkeeper to the stable. He had cleaned it up while his wife was fussing around the inn, and it was a very cozy place. Soon the woman gave birth, and as the baby cried his first cry, a star appeared.
At last, we are here. Quick, who have you let your rooms to? God is right over your inn.
I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. I've kept all the rooms clean and ready for when God arrived. No one's here.
Eve, you won't believe this. That woman gave birth to a baby boy. And when he cried, a huge star appeared above the stable.
That's it. That's the star. That's the baby. Let's go. We gotta go see him. That's Jesus. He's right over your inn. That's God.
What? That's impossible. That's a stick. God would never come to a stable. That's a filthy place, not even fit for a beggar. He should have just asked for me a room. I'd have given him one.
They did ask you for a room. You told them to leave.
Well, we can't just leave them out there. Bring them in. They can have any room that they want. They're all clean and ready.
The stable was clean and ready too. I figured if God was going to come to our inn, he'd want all the places to be clean, not just places people see. And besides, they just gave birth. They got shepherds with their sheep bowed down in front of the manger. They won't be comfortable moving up.
Oh, I guess I really messed things up. God would never forgive me for this.
So many people want to say baby, beavers, beggars, shepherds, fishermen. It's so miraculous how God's able to do all of this. Thank you so much.
It is a miracle indeed. Now come, Eve. Let us see this king in our stable.
The innkeeper's wife went to the stable with her husband. She spent the night mingling with shepherds and beggars. Then the next morning she prepared a huge breakfast and invited everyone to eat. She didn't even fuss when the shepherds clumped all over the place in their muddy sandals. The innkeeper's wife never forgot the lesson she learned that night. She realized that God would not come to a place where everything was in its place. He wanted a place for joyful abandon, a place where shepherds and stars, kings and cattle, princes and poor people could mingle in adoration. He wanted a place all people shared in bread and wine, where God was truly in.